Welcome to Flip Lesson 9 for the 5th grade. Today we're going to work with the subtraction algorithm. And algorithm is really just a fancy way of saying this is how you do it. But of course, with anything, it's good to have big words so you sound really smart and really educated. And, well, it's always nice to be able to have that kind of knowledge. All right. In general, we're talking about how do we properly subtract. And that's what we want to work with today. So here's our example. It says Marcy has $512. She needs to pay $71 for a new wardrobe. Wardrobe, of course, is being clothes, if you're not sure about that. Or it can also refer to a big closet that you put your clothes in. You can think about whichever one you think she really needs. New clothes or a place to keep her clothes. Anyway, the question says, how much money will she have left? All right. So if she starts with $512, she's going to pay $71. That means we're going to subtract that $71 from her $512 that she has. So let's go ahead and subtract that. Okay, we're going to start by our larger number on top, and we're going to say, okay, we have 2, and we're going to subtract 2 minus 1, gives us an answer of 1. From here, we step over and we say, okay, next we're going to start with the 1, and we're going to subtract the 7, and now we run into our first problem, right? If you will have 1, you can't take 7 away. So there must be something in this subtraction algorithm that allows us to subtract. And this is what we're going to do. Since this is the tens place value, what we're able to do is we're able to borrow from the hundreds place value. So what you end up doing is you cross out the 5 in the hundreds place value, and we write a 4, and then we're going to cross out the 1 in the tens place value, and we're going to add 10. We're going to add 10 to that 1. So really this number now is 11. So now we can subtract. 11 minus 7 gives us an answer of 4. And then 4 minus, since there's no number here, we could say that there's a 0 there. So 4 minus 0 gives us an answer of 4. And so in the end, we see that Marcy will have $441 left over. The key thing we see here, though, is how we borrow. Borrowing allows us to do subtraction by borrowing from the next place value up. All right, let's try some more. Let's get right into it. 341 minus 129. All right, right away, we start with that problem. 1 cannot have 9 taken away from it. All right, so we're going to start right away with borrowing. We're going to borrow from the 4. That 4 is going to become a 3, and this 1 is going to become, once again, it's going to become an 11. So 11 minus 9 is 2. 3 minus 2 is 1, and 3 minus 1 is 2, for an answer of 212. All right. As you work with this on your page for your homework, make sure you're showing all your work and you're circling your answer or highlighting your answer when you're done. That way, it's easier for you when it comes to correcting. 2, it's easier for anyone who needs to help you to see if you happen to make a mistake. All right. All right. So we had that idea. Now, of course, sometimes subtraction problems look like this instead. And some of you may have the mental capacity to really solve a problem like this, but I like to rewrite them, right? I like to line up my place values, so my 10s are in line and my 1s place values are in line, or any other place values that might be involved, and that way I can start to solve, right? Okay, now we have 0. How do we subtract from 0? We're going to use that same process that we've been using already, all right? We're going to go ahead and we're going to cross out the 6, and that turns into a 5. We're going to borrow, and so this becomes a 10. So 10 minus 9 gives us a 1. 5 minus 2 gives us a 3. And 2 minus, right, that 0 technically is there. And we get that answer. And of course, I can circle and go on. All right, here you go. Here's some samples to get you on your way as you work with the subtraction algorithm. Remember to line up your place values and to borrow correctly. That's it for lesson 9.